Hi, welcome to Tea Time at the Movies. I'm your host, Tea Time. Boom. Got a great show for you guys today. Saw a couple of movies here for the weekend coming out here. I saw The Conjuring, Last Rites, the new horror. I saw Splitsville, the new romantic comedy drama, I guess you could say. A few other movies came out. They all came out today. Didn't get a chance to see them. Threesome. Hopefully, there's a T alert for when I see that. Uh, some religious cartoon came out, The Light of the World or something like that. I didn't get a chance to see it. And then one more came out, Twinless. That one looked a little interesting. Maybe a chance to see those on the next one. But here we got welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you to all my 3 subscribers and viewers. Thanks for watching. Glad you're here. Welcome to the show. Let's start it off here. Only got 2 to go. Let's get them out on the open here. The Conjuring, Last Rites, rated R. 2 hours, 15 minutes from director Michael Chaves. Chavez. I didn't see an accent, so Chaves. Also, notably from him, I saw The Curse of La Llorona, the horror. He did the last Conjuring, I believe, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. So he's familiar with the genre. I've seen all the Conjuring movies, well, at least on the main one. They made the Conjuring because there's a ton of spin-offs. The doll, Annabelle, the Nun. He also did the Nun Part 2 in the same series. What was the other ones? Well, just prequels, sequels, everything. They've been coming out probably over a decade. I didn't see when the first one came out, but I've always enjoyed the Conjuring movies. They're good horror to me. The writer of this one, there were 6 credited writers, some from probably the original creators, and then like 4 other ones that worked on this probably. I didn't really recognize anything they did. But the plot, Ed and Lorraine Warren are back. They're drawn into a final case that threatens their daughter, who's also involved in this, and just their lives as well, as they all of these cases do. Vera Farmiga is back, along with Patrick Wilson as the Ed and Lorraine Warren. They're same chemistry. They're a happy married couple solving ghost and cursed items crimes in this one. Doesn't really steer away from what got them there. The daughter is in this one, more prevalent. She's older. She's late teens, early 20s. Played by Mia Tomlinson. It looked like she had a lot of credits. She was good in this. Nothing bad. So overall, this was definitely a TOC. If you're into horror, there was no real gore in this. Just light horror, some jump scares. A lot of good suspense building with kind of what you see in the mirror. That Vera Farmiga's character, she can kind of see ghosts, right? And the daughter has the same touch, or she can see spirits as well. She has the touch of the devil, or what have you, that Lorraine has in all these films. She kind of goes into like a different place where she can see what's happening. She kind of knows things that are pertain to whatever ghost, their object they're trying to, cursed item they're trying to get rid of. It's a competent finale in the series. It's billed as the finale, although the daughter has the powers, so maybe they'll make up some stories for her, because all the items are there in their house, locked in that closet. This one involves the daughter Amir and the devil. Always dangerous to delve with the devil. If you see it in one of the Conjuring movies, you've seen this one. It hit all the same beats. Nothing to break the bank here. Maybe the ending was a little different because it's the finale. The good that was I liked in this, it was shot very well, shot like the past ones. This one didn't steer away from that. The new family was enjoyable to see, scared and haunted. There was 8 of them. They were all living in a duplex. Looked like outside of in Pennsylvania. I'm not sure outside of Pittsburgh or Philadelphia. The daughter and the boyfriend story was good in this. Ed and Lorraine's daughter, and the boyfriend, he was good. He was a likable character. helps in the story. This sounded great. My God, the creaks and the cracks and the music behind the sound editing, the sound mixing was great in this. Well shot. If you want to just go see a nice horror, not really think about it, you don't have to see any of the past ones to understand the story in this one. It's just a good, well produced horror movie. Let's see here. So the bad here, kind of get into the spoilers a little bit. So I'll put up the banner there. Let's spill the tea. Tea time. I'm going to spill the tea. The bad, just kind of hit the same sort of beats as the last ones. I think the last one came out like 3 or 4 years ago. So I mean, if you see one of the past ones recently, you might not enjoy this as much. But it was a good refresher in the series, kind of like when X-Men used to come out every couple of years. Like you'd see one and be like, oh, you'd be reminded how good they are compared to maybe some of the Marvels that were coming out. The bad, maybe 15 minutes too long. I mean, there are 8 characters just in the family that's being haunted to introduce. So that took time, and then there was a scene, back in time scene with the Warrens when they're younger. There were 3 demons in this one, and then there was like a demon behind them controlling them, I guess, but it was the same demon that they saw in the flashback scene earlier when they kind of first began their quest against the devil, I guess. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. Let's see my notes here. Nothing new in this one. That was the bad kind of, but good way to kick off the horror season. Nice soft horror. I'm not sure why it was rated R. Nothing was too gruesome. Maybe just the overall horror of it all. Maybe the bad also. Yeah, too many characters. Too much to build. That being said, really spoilers here. Getting to the ending. I enjoyed the ending. The daughter gets married to the boyfriend. They all live, even though Ed has like heart conditions, and one of the ghosts gives him a heart attack during the quest to get the mirror out of the house. The mirror is quite the villain in this. It gets heavy as they try to take it down the attic. There's other stuff going on. There's a storm. There's lights going off and everything. But overall, this was a Tigo scene. Unless like you just don't like horror, you can skip it. You're not missing anything. There's nothing new to the genre. But it was good to see Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga again. They haven't done anything too recently that I can think of off the top of my head. They're always good. Vera Farmiga's good. Her sister's really hot. I like her. No titty alert. Not even ghost titties in this one. Sorry. Can't ring the bell. No titty alert. Just good, competent filmmaking as compared to some of the bad stuff that's coming out recently. The title is okay. The thing I like about these a lot, but especially this one, the end credit scenes, they show like real pictures and real footage of Ed and Lorraine Warren from the past. It's real spooky. There's a good 2-3 minutes of that. So stick around for that. Good movie overall. Nothing groundbreaking. So, I enjoyed it, but I enjoyed the horror. I enjoyed all these as well. So, take the spoiler down. Next up here, we got Splitsville. All right. Splitsville, rated R. Hour 44 minutes. Rated R, there was a lot of male nudity in this, but that's probably why. Can't let people under 18 see male nudity. From director, writer, star Michelangelo Cavino. He plays Paul, and then also credited as a writer was Kyle Marvin. He plays the other guy, Carrie. They have decent chemistry. Dakota Johnson's also in this. She plays Julie. Adria Arjona is in this. She plays Ashley. Dakota Johnson's married to Paul, and Carrie's married to Ashley. Nicholas Braun is also in this. He plays a mentalist from the HBO series about the rich people. He was good in that. He was okay in this. Small role. Nothing to really... he didn't even make the trailer. So, overall, this was a bad movie. This was a no thanks, not for me. This was bad mumblecore. Michelangelo Covino is, your poor man's Jake Johnson. This is your poor man's mumblecore movie. This had if you've seen the trailer, I didn't even get into the plot. These two married couples, open up their marriages, but stay married, and this movie kind of delves into all the complications that entails. And that's, if you've seen the trailer, nothing spoiling there. But I will get into spoilers here, just in case. I'm going to put the banner. What made this movie good? No, let me see my notes here. Yeah, there was no things not for me. If you've seen the trailer, you've seen the first hour or the first 45 minutes of this movie. They just want to go back to their names. Julie, Carrie is in the car, and his wife tells him that she wants a divorce, that she's been cheating on him. Then he walks out of the car, then he runs over to Dakota Johnson's house, who's married to Paul, Michelangelo Covino. And it's also revealed in the trailer, that Carrie and Dakota Johnson have sex. So that's basically, the first 45 minutes out of the movie. And it doesn't go beyond that, really. The Dakota Johnson and her husband have a kid. This only kind of touches on the effects it has on the kid. The kind of kid kind of acts out at one point to get the parents together after they break up. Just a lot of drama in this, between inter-couple drama. I mean, you might enjoy this if, you're a woman or maybe on a date or something, but there's nothing groundbreaking in this. It had one good idea, I guess, that, they open the marriage. But this movie opens up with a car accident. Paul is and his wife are, I think, going to Dakota Johnson's house to visit or something. That's not clear, but Ashley tries to give Paul a BJ in the car, or to give him a hand job, and it causes an accident. Okay, not a bad way to start a movie, but they weren't a victim of the accident. A car swerves because he's driving recklessly because he's getting a BJ, but and that car crashes, and then one of the passenger in that is a woman, and she flies out of the car and dies, and that's how they open the movie. Well, that happens at the beginning of the movie, and then she tells him that she wants a divorce. That's very tragic, and they hardly even delve on they just murdered somebody. The cops let him go. I guess you don't get a ticket or anything for trying to cause an accident. I guess you maybe keep the BJ a secret, but at the end of the scene, his dick is out. The police officer looks back, or the medic is like, "Why is your dick out?" Because he was getting beat, he left it out there. A funny idea, but you mix it with the death of somebody. You have to write that the person died in the car accident. It could be a much lesser incident. This movie didn't really have a tone because of that. They tried to mix in comedy with very serious topics, but they didn't really delve into that. It was just surface level stuff. Let me see my notes here. The kid, would be really affected by this. Just open marriages, and all right. So my notes here: the plot where, the plot where Carrie is cool with all the guys that Ashley's sleeping with, and he becomes friends with them in their apartment, and he lets them just chill out all the time, and he's helping one get a job, and one's a chef or something, and one's gay or not even gay, maybe bi or something, and it was just played as part of the role that Carrie's a cuck, especially with the girl. I mean, she's really hot, but it didn't work for me. Some of my notes here. That storyline was cringe, that he became fruit and friends, and they're constantly using the story, all these fringe characters that sleep with Ashley, and then he's friends with them. They're in the story at the end with at the kid's birthday party. It's just just write better. Just tying up all the loose ends you create in your own story doesn't work in something like this, and something with a bigger idea of open marriages and the consequences. You didn't really think the stuff out. You thought of maybe a good 45 minutes like the trailer was, and then you didn't know how to do the rest of the movie. Not a clear tone. All right, they're fine with male nudity, seeing a penis a few times. Let's see some titties. These girls are fucking A-list hot celebrities. Dakota Johnson, Adria, what's her name? She's hot as hell. Let's see him. I mean, Dakota Johnson even takes off her shirt at one point, but you don't see anything. Not that that's a problem, but if you're going to have male nudity, let's balance it out with some female nudity. All right. You guys have had a good idea of a movie, all set up, but no really payoff. This looked low, it didn't look low budget. It was well shot. The sound was good, editing, good mixing, everything looked good in this movie. Just the plot was bullshit. Like I said, it was mumblecore. These people don't have like where the movie's going, and then it just ends at a point. Don't make it an hour 45 minutes of nothing. Let's see some titties. Well, I said it. There was no. I should have done the bell. They didn't have enough to make a movie here. Not enough idea for a full movie. It drags and times unbelievable. I'm not going to keep saying unbelievable, but like felt written at times, very written. And these two schlubs are going to bag Dakota Fanning and Adria. What's her name? I'm sorry, I passed it, but poor man's Johnson and the other ogre in this, like they bagged these tens. These guys had an idea for a movie and casted the two hottest chicks they could that they could kiss throughout the movie and have them, maybe topless. I'll show my dick. This is some sick stuff. This is some like, what's his name? Who wrote Mallrats? Kevin Smith, writing that porno movie for the girl. She was in Alexander. I can't think of her name. She was in Star Wars. She played the girl with the two things. You know what I'm talking about. He wrote that for her, and she turned it down. Like a porno movie you wrote for me, and there's sex. Like it's just creepy, guys. Cast some comedians, not hot chicks, if you want the movie to be a comedy. And you don't have any like comedic lines, and you're just gonna. It seems very mumblecore, but with a better budget. Those movies. Females might like this because of all the drama. There's tons of drama. Tons of made-up drama that they all created themselves, So my notes to make sure I don't have any. The trailer did look good. I'll give it that. Bad movie. Dakota Dakota Johnson. I'm sorry. She looked hot in this movie. My God, the full head of hair and the bangs, and the Hispanic chick Adria. Oh my God, these are two hottest chicks. She at one point gets in her underwear. I mean, if you guys you want to see a movie for that, but you got to wait till the end, and let me just read this. Okay, females may like all the drama for the plot reveals. Oh, females may like this movie because of all the drama that revolves all around the females and just uplifting all their ideas and supporting all their decisions to be open and have sex with all these guys, and then bring guy after guy in the apartment, even though you're married, and even though you have a kid, open marriage, and you reveal at the end like they weren't even having an affair, Dakota Johnson or her husband. They made it up to each other, and he's like, well, I thought I was too ugly to get you, so I thought I had to do whatever you wanted to keep you. Like, all right, let's introduce that idea a little earlier in the plot, not at the very end. Not enough to get there. Just a skip. Maybe a couple of these other threesome. Maybe there's a T-alert for on my next episode for you guys, or twinless. Can't imagine the cartoon would be an offensive religious cartoon. I'll try to watch that though. I am open to all movies, but I got to be in a mood for a cartoon, But I'll try to watch it. And nothing's coming out. Just all these art house movies. This is like the thin line between art house and dog shit movies right here. I've seen these guys in other movies. I've enjoyed them. The writer-director of this, I've seen his last one with like on a bike or something, kind of similar themes, but think of a full movie, this seemed half-baked. Then you could tell. So if you're into horror, watch that. There's no need to watch Splitsville. And that's a terrible title, Splitsville. Everyone stays together at the end there, and they're all like fucking one another, it seems. Like, what's interesting about that? Like, be a man, be immoral. Okay, you're going to have sex with other guys. We're married, we're divorcing. And the other thing, these guys are ugly. The guy married to Adria, Ashley, he's like a gym teacher. How much money could he be making? What's I saw his dick. It's not that impressive. What? It didn't seem like she liked him at all. That's what made it seem that maybe Dakota Johnson seemed maybe a little bit more into her husband, maybe a little better actress, right? Oscar worthy. But she seems to be in all these movies like where she just plays like a mean girl. This is like she's at her peak. She's 35. She's hot. I saw the naked photos of her from 50 Shades of Grey. She's looking pretty good. And she's not ugly. She's just not like a 10, She's a Hollywood 7, and she's from, royalty, or, her mom was an actress or something. She seems to have a bad attitude, but not lately. I don't know. Maybe the times are turned. She wasn't bad in this. She was actually probably the best part of the movie, Dakota Johnson. But that's all I got for you guys this week. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe, as they say. And remember that the T stands for truth, and that's a guarantee. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.